We are going to Quito. I am sorry you lost me for a moment. I just wanted to be sure that I have my fact sheet so I don't miss anything. I want to tell you that Quito is one of my most favorite cities in South America. It is an absolutely charming city, and you have the new part of the city, and then you have the old town. And the two ambiances are just so lovely. Um, Something fact wise that I think you're going to love about Ecuador in general is that the currency is the US dollar. Yes, this is true, the US dollar. So you're going to pay, you are not going to have to exchange money. You are not going to have to worry about the rate of exchange, what it costs in dollars, because it's dollars. And go to ATM, you take out dollars. And Oh, and one thing, the rate of exchange. There's no rate of exchange, so you're paying in dollars. But that dollar goes a long, 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 long way. That is to say, Ecuador in general is a very, very affordable destination for most Americans. Okay. Another thing to remember is Quito is a city higher in altitude than most. It's a little over 9,000 feet. So you want to think of that on maybe your first day or two. If you're going upstairs, you might feel a little winded, but usually there's no real acclimation other than that when you're in Quito. Another thing is the climate. The climate, because of the altitude, the country in itself, other than maybe along the coast, Guayaquil, that area, is considered the land of eternal spring. And because of that, the climate is very temperate. It's moderate. I would say daytime highs are 75 to 80. It's always pleasant. And nighttime probably in the 50s. It depends. Of course, you can always have warmer days in summer, 80s, 90s, but they're not the norm. And you can always have a little cooler in the winter, but again, it's not the norm. So that's something to remember and to think about, and that is absolutely lovely about the city. I just want to be sure, again, I haven't missed anything. Okay. One thing I think is fascinating about the city is the volcano of Cotopaxi is it feels like you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you see this magnificent snow-capped volcanic mountain that looks like it's on your corner. It gives the illusion. It's very majestic, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Of course, part of the Andean mountain range. And Cotopaxi has been stirring up lately. So we're just hoping that we don't have any kind of eruptions. It is active, as I said, but it hasn't been that active in many years. So let's hope it stays that way. Okay. So we have the old city, the new city. I want to tell you a little bit about where I stay and why before we get into the differences of the old and the new city, or the old town and the new city. Okay. I like to stay in an area called Mariscal. And Mariscal is an upscale neighborhood in Quito. It has wonderful restaurants, wonderful galleries, wonderful, some great shopping, upscale shopping, and Quito is a shopper's, Ecuador is a shopper's dream. I mean, the dollar is strong, and there is just so much to buy that I'm going to get into later when we get into some other areas. But you can get some great leather, you can get wool, sweaters, jewelry, you can get some wonderful wood pieces, wonderful pieces of art. And so I think that what I like about Mariscal and the newer part of the area, the city, is I love the restaurants. You have restaurants of every cuisine, and they're absolutely lovely. I can remember being there in the winter one time, and we went to this within walking distance of where I stay, which I'm going to get into in a moment where I stay. It was a lovely Swiss restaurant, and it was just so incredible to be at this fondue restaurant in the middle of Quito, Ecuador. Here we are in Quito, and it was a chilly January evening, and you were having hot cocoa and dipping your fondue in the cheese, the cheese. It was just absolutely a lovely experience. And so again, there are just wonderful restaurants. I can remember the very first time I ever went to to Quito, we went to dinner. We would walk around during the day and find restaurants we wanted to go to, look at the menus, and then say, okay, that's where we're coming to tonight. Make our reservation, whatever. Um, and we had happened upon this one restaurant, and I remember it was just absolutely lovely with the crystal on the tables and the crystal chandeliers and the beautiful wood carved doors. And I remember I went into the ladies' room, and I came out of the ladies' room, and I said to the girls, I was with my two girlfriends, and I said, if anything, you've got to go into the bathroom. Oh my God, it was absolutely lovely, with a wonderful settee and fresh potpourri and wildflowers, and each stall had these glass carved sort of frosted doors, and you walked up the stairs. Oh my God, it was just absolutely lovely. Like you felt like, okay, well, I could have dessert in the bathroom. It was just absolutely lovely, impeccably clean. That being said, stay with me, and we will continue on with more experiences in Quito. Thank you.